Hey guys, really quick before we jump into the main topic of today's video, I got like 3 quick things. Thing number 1, thank you all so much for your support in the last video. I'm sure I'm going to say it again sometime later in this video, but truthfully, thank you. Definitely a pretty low time in the YouTube career, and it sucked. But, you know, I'm in better mood now. I got a straight vision on what needs to be done, what I got to do to get there, and the overall like comeback, like once I get that car back, how it's gonna feel. So I'm staying positive about that, and I just can't thank y'all enough. Y'all left some really nice comments, so thank you. Thing number 2, merchandise. 001 is going to be 100% completed by next Monday. I just received the lost shipment of merchandise that UPS was in charge of, and they have no idea where that box went of merchandise, so it delayed things a little bit with shipping, but I got the boxes today. We are all caught back up, and the rest of the orders will be processed and shipped out Monday. And thing number 3, guys, if you want to help me out and support the channel, please head over to Blackline Car Care and get your car care products while using the promo code DBP Squad. It'll help save you some money, and you can go and detail your car with some of the best products I have personally ever used, and I don't plan on stopping. BlacklineCarCare.com. Use promo code DBP Squad at checkout. Get yourself some car care products. Guys, I'll tell you what. If this isn't depressing, I don't know what is, but keeping our chin up, and we're just gonna go through this process, get old Maverick fixed up, and start to enjoy it again. But first, I want to go and give you guys a really good video showing the damage. Let's not catch any more eggs in this process. Go and slap that in quiet mode. Oh, I'm gonna miss this. It's gonna be a little bit before we hop back into this car. It even smells new still, man. It's just so sickening. Oh God, this feels so wrong right now. I'm actually gonna bring it down here because I'm switching the Corvette and the Mach between garages. I just can't stand going into that garage and seeing this car like this. So we're going to slap it here in this garage, and the Vet will go into the main one. But sad, man. I'm super sad. Like, I love this car so much. I've worked extremely hard to obtain a car like this. For some reason though, the cards were just not playing out with this car recently. I'm definitely not going to give up on the car because, you know, that's just life. At the end of the day, things are going to happen, and in the grand scheme of things, if we just take a quick second and look back over my, we'll just say, YouTube career of 7 years, we really haven't had any crazy mishaps, and you know, that's kind of a blessing in itself. Out of the 7 Mustangs I've had, none of them in the last 7 years have had a car accident. This is the first time in 7 years, so it's really, you know, it's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. You know, you drive these cars in and out, you take trips, it doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter if it's an apartment complex, shit just happens. And I've come to realize that I'm a lot cooler now, and you know, it sucks, don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying it, and for everybody that is downplaying it, shame on you, man, because if you truly know me and you know, like, my soul, I want nothing but the best for people. I work extremely hard, and you know, I try to be as humble as possible. I really don't think I have to explain myself in that manner, because who else do you know that takes the time to try to respond to all the commenters? I have a separate freaking phone bill to specifically FaceTime and talk to you guys. I'm very active with the community and stuff. I feel like there's a lot of channels my size that just simply don't do that, and I do. I take pride in that. So, end of the day though, could have been a lot worse, but let's look and see what kind of damage we're dealing with. For starters, yes, it was on the same exact side as the egg incident. As funny as that is, the egg incident happened right here. You might be able to tell, maybe. I don't know, the polishing, the touch up, and the PPF really did help. But it did happen on the same side. As you can tell, we got a bashed up hood here, and you know, it did a number on that, man. I mean, freaking 10,000 pound truck, it's going to, but the hood is all wrinkled in and, you know, mashed. And then our fender here is the same way. The fender's actually like pressed against the headlight right there. I don't know if you could see that, but it is definitely mashed in. As far as the bumper, everything is intact besides this. This is all cracked. So that sucks because that means this whole bumper has to be replaced, which is even more work. As far as the PPF though, man, I think the PPF did save like this scrape, that scrape. That's chunked a little bit right there. This is PPF peeling. This obviously went through that down to the frickin' metal of the hood or primer or whatever the hell, but you can see the PPF right here. There's that lip, took a chunk off. The headlight is busted. You can, I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, but headlight's busted, guys. It's the number's done on that. The headlight alignment pins are actually cracked off, so we will need a new headlight, and that's kind of a blessing in disguise, to be honest, because if the headlight was all scuffed up and stuff like this and I had to reuse it, that would not be attractive. So the headlight's got to be replaced. As far as the lip's good, thankfully, and I really don't know how this survived. It must have just missed, because you can see like initial contact point right here. It hit really hard right here, and I'm actually impressed that the airbags didn't go off, because that would have just been a whole nother mess in itself. But no airbags went off, surprisingly, and I definitely dodged a bullet there, because if the airbags went off, there would have been a very, very good chance that this car would be gone super long. You can see here though, the fender is creased out like that, so the fender definitely got a good little beating for sure. And the fender liner, like actually the fender liner is separated, and then we have the handling pack, like a wheel well lip. This is all like lodged and broken off, so that's got to be replaced. We can actually open up the hood. You're not going to be able to see much, but what you can see is the headlight. Like, look, actually, I don't even know if I want to pull that out. I probably shouldn't, but that's busted where the headlight mounts to. So that is going to be an interesting fix. I don't even know what the hell that part's technically called, but clearly where the headlight sits in is completely mashed and mangled. But that almost wants to come out right here. I think it's just like being caught up on this line. But yeah, that, I don't even know if you have to remove end to end, because obviously the passenger side didn't get touched, but I really don't know. Oh wait, I do know. Here we go. Yeah, so this is exactly what's busted up. This piece right here. So that's what that is. So yeah, I will need a new headlight, thank God. Right off the bat, new hood, obviously, new fender, obviously. The bumper needs to be replaced unless they can fix that crack. I don't really know, and I also don't know what's going on up in the fender here, because there are like clips, and this is all bent. Like you can see, it does not line up. So I don't know if those clips are going to be broken, if they'll ever line up the same, or if the bumper is just going to be a little deformed. Which I am telling y'all right now, I am fixing this car the right way. It is going to a Ford collision center, because I feel like that's the only place that won't try to skimp out and buy Chinese aftermarket parts and stuff like that, because clearly that's not going to happen on this car. That is not going to happen. And I actually spoke with a lawyer, have a lawyer on standby. Any insurance company tries to fight me on this, fixing this the way it was before this stupid incident, we are lawyered up, and I am going full-fledged into everything. I don't even care at this point. All I care about is not getting screwed when we pay auto insurance every month for reasons like this. I am not worrying about that, because I will make sure wherever this car goes, it is getting fixed right with no half-ass corner cuts. Now here's where this really, really sucks and just makes my life so much harder. At the end of the day, no one wants to deal with any of it, but unfortunately I got to deal with it and then some, because you guys know with the egg incident, I did go and partner up with Capital Autobahn here in Richmond, Virginia, and they specialize in paint protection film. This is where it's annoying, because the whole front bumper is PPF'd, both fenders are fully PPF'd, the hood is fully PPF'd, the hood vents. So not only did all of that work and that partnership with Capital Autobahn go to waste on this car, I have to get it redone to match the rest of the cars. The door has PPF, the rear quarter panel has PPF, the pillars, the roof, The back end here has PPF'd. Down low has PPF. So I am forced to now go and get this thing freaking re-PPF'd, which is super annoying because we just freaking did it. But surprise, we have to do it again. And, you know, we're not going anywhere else other than our boys over at Capital Autobahn. So unfortunately, I have to break that news to them, and I haven't done so yet. It is truthfully a mess. It's a headache. It's annoying to think about. And to make it even better, we do have to go and get all of the Mach 1 decals replaced because it's all getting, you know, redone. So I have to make sure and pray to God that when they lay that new Mach 1 decal on the hood, it is 100% straight. This fender is obviously going to have to get a new decal, but wait, it gets even better. The fender that's not even touched has to get ripped off because in order to paint and do this properly, they're going to have to blend the paint into the fender. So they have to peel this PPF, they're going to have to take off the stupid little stripe again, and they're gonna have to do all of that, which results in the whole car practically having to get redone in every aspect. So not only do I have to worry about just getting the car fixed, I have all these little things on the back burner that are a must, that have to be done, otherwise it will just be incomplete. So it just adds to the list. You know, we take one step forward, 6 steps back, and it's just super frustrating. But like I said, at the end of the day, it could have been a lot worse. And I'm just super grateful that, you know, we weren't like on the highway or an interstate and we got T-boned by a U-Haul truck of that size. That would not be good. That would be very, very bad. Not even car-wise, but we're talking personal health-wise. And it would just not, that I'm just so super grateful, and I can't thank God enough that wasn't the situation. You know, I'll take a little fender bender like this all day of the week rather than put, you know, not only my life but Ramina's life at risk. That would not be cool. We just discussed all of the negatives about this whole situation, but there are some positives that come out of this. I know it doesn't seem like it, but truthfully there is, and we're gonna start off. Clearly the car was vandalized by an egg. I don't know how many times I gotta say it, everybody knows. So the good thing is we are getting a new hood completely repainted, so I won't have to worry about that imperfection anymore. Thankfully the wheel wasn't hit, bent, or anything of that nature, so we don't have to worry about rocking one odd brand new wheel, and the tire didn't pop or anything, so we don't have to worry about that. I can drive the car to the shop and back if needed, so that's always a plus in my eyes. Thankfully none of these were busted up and cracked because these are PPF'd, so that would just be another headache for Capital Autobahn to fix. So the bottom vents here are perfectly intact, same with the fog lights. And speaking about fog lights, since the bumper will be removed, I'm gonna go and get some diodynamic switchback, or like the LED ones, and have them put them in while they're at it. So that's kind of a plus, because getting these bumpers off with the undershield and stuff is an absolute pain in the ass. It's not like a normal GT, so I was kind of avoiding that, hence why I didn't put them in. But now that the bumper's going to be off, I'm going to have some ready to rock, and you know, have some new fog lights going in at the same time. I know the front end has to be repaired and whatnot, but I am grateful it wasn't like the door. I feel like when you're in this section of the vehicle, it's just a weird spot to be in, because you'd have to blend from the fender, paint the door, then blend into the quarter panel, which is, you know, going to result in a lot more work in my opinion. This does suck to look at, but I think I'm kind of, you know, making out at the end of the day when all said and done, because it is going to be removing that boo-boo, and then fresh paint properly done from Ford. OEM parts, OEM paint, properly done and blended so you won't even notice. We'll get this sucker all polished up, ready to go for Capital Autobahn, so when we do the PPF, this thing will be flawless. Now obviously the car has technically been in an accident, and I know at the end of the day it will go on the Carfax because I have to go through insurance. Trust me, if I didn't have to, I would, but this is just going to be so expensive. Like, it's going to be super pricey out of pocket, and you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. And I'm not coming out how much money this is going to cost to fix the right way, because it is going to be a lot. And if you don't believe me, do some research. Go look up how much just an OEM Mach hood decal and the OEM Mach rocker panel decals go for, and that right there will go and say enough. To get both side decals and the hood, you're looking at over $1,500 just for the decals, because this is like some section special decal type thing. It ain't no just matte black and boom, done. No, you can tell, like, it has raised lettering, it has 2 different feelings, gloss and then a matte, so they are very pricey. And again, that's $1,500 alone in just freaking decals. You want to get more into it? Look up how much a OEM headlight is. Have fun with that. So yes, this is stuff I've already thought about. I just can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I pay auto insurance for a reason, and considering the really, really good deal I got on the car, I feel like I'm still gonna make out. When the car's back in my possession and the repairs are all said and done, I am gonna be going after the insurance to claim the diminished value. Now, what a diminished value is, if I were to sell this car and it was in perfect condition, I'd get top dollar. But now, since they run the VIN, they'll see there's a slight accident on the car. It's gonna drop the value a little bit. And what a diminished value claim is, that insurance agrees, you know, they see, okay, yeah, it did lose value, here's the payout, and it will make up for what I would technically lose on the car's purchase, or if I were to sell the car. But you guys know I got a really good deal on the car anyway, but that doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter at all. That's what I was given, and that's not what the car's worth. So it doesn't matter in that case, but I will be going after the diminished value. And while I'm at it, I'm probably gonna go for loss of wages, because this car is used for my business. I make money each month with this vehicle, and if it's down for 3 months, that's 3 months worth of income I missed out on, and it's a business vehicle. So when that time comes, I'll keep you guys posted with everything. There's no secrets to hide here. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to get screwed on this car again. I was nice the first time. This time, not nice, man. Stupid mistakes. People want to get behind a wheel of a 10,000 pound truck and not pay attention. Nah, we're going to make this right. As far as my eyes can see, without taking the car apart and looking a little bit closer, this is what we're dealing with right here. And as you just saw, it is a lot. At the end of the day, it's a lot. It's a lot of things that have to go into play after and even before and during the process. So definitely not just a, you know, a little scratch or, you know, an egg imprint. This car will be back, mark my words. I've been in this position before with a Bluetooth valve, and it came back better than ever. Same story with this car. I'm not gonna let shit stop me to get to where I want to go. And if you caught the ending of Monday's video, we still have some really, really big news to share, and it's just gonna piss the people off even more. So it is what it is. Remember, guys, chase your dreams. Don't let anybody dictate what you want to do in life. Do what you got to do. You're gonna come across speed bumps. It's how you handle them and grow from them. And to be honest, we're gonna grow from this. I already know it. We're gonna be right back on track in another month or two, hopefully, and she will be all dialed, and we'll just have to watch out for more U-Haul trucks and flying eggs. When this situation happened, I actually called one of my buddies, Kevin. He's a cop and he lives in the complex, and I was just asking him on what I should do, like, just to be sure, blah blah blah. And we were just joking, like, what if I got hit by a Purdue or Tyson's chicken truck? Like, that would have been the icing on the cake. First the egg and now the chicken truck. Like, dude. All right, Maverick, you get some rest. When you come back, you better have a better attitude, bruh, because you are not showing Lucifer how it's done. I'll be honest with you. Lucifer is still, like, you're acting like a little bitch, not gonna lie. This is your last and final warning. You come back and you start doing some more voodoo bullshit on me, you are gone, and we are buying a ZL1 1LE, and I mean that. So don't fuck it up. Trying to get it into Ford as soon as I get back from Charlotte. And as far as the Charlotte meet, unfortunately, we weren't able to swing it anyway this year. We tried, but there's just some things with, like, the businesses and stuff with having cars everywhere. They can't really move them, so there is no place for us to park. Lucifer's clutch goes in next week, so I'm so ready for that, so I can actually have one of my Mustangs to drive. But we're good, fam. Positive vibes here, and I can't thank y'all enough for everything, truthfully. And if you would, drop a like up on this video, drop a comment down below, even if it's saying what's up, and make sure you text me 804-837-1293. Let me lock in your number, and get ready. 002 is on the way. But until next time, we'll see you later.